Hello everyone, I'm Mary Braney from Spencer Cable Access, and I would like to welcome you to this brief program introducing a very exciting event we're going to have in town called the Mass Memories Roadshow. It will be held at Town Hall on Sunday, April 3rd, which is just a very short time away. And it is an event that will record a snapshot in the history of our town. And I have a couple of folks who are here to talk a little bit more about it. One of them is Carolyn Goldstein, who is the coordinator for the Mass Memories Roadshow. She's the Public History and Community Archives Program Manager, and she is affiliated with the Healy Library at UMass Boston. And our other guest is a very familiar figure to all of us, Mary Baker Wood, the library director for the Richard Sugden Library, who was instrumental in writing the grant that brought this to the town. So I'd like to first ask Carolyn, could you talk a little bit about what actually the Mass Memories Roadshow is?
Thanks, Mary, and thanks for having me on the show today. The Mass Memories Roadshow is an event-based public history program where we invite people associated with the community to bring up to 3 photographs that are important to them and share their stories about those photographs so we can scan them and record them and add them to an online collection at openarchives.umb.edu. It's a program that's produced by me and my colleagues at UMass Boston in the University Archives and Special Collections Department at the Healy Library. And we partner with communities like Spencer and neighborhoods in Boston, towns all around the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, with a long-term goal of documenting the history of the state.
Thank you. And so, Mary, what made you become interested in getting Spencer involved in this, and what did it take?
Thank you for having us. I actually found out about the program through attendance at a Mass History Conference last May. And the more I learned from folks at Mass Memories Roadshow about what was involved, I thought it would be a perfect way for us both to archive Spencer, that's part of what we do through the library, through the Historical Society, but also because this is a time in Spencer history, I think, when people there have been contentious battles over overrides. There have been concerns in town about pride in Spencer, what it's like to be in Spencer. And I thought this roadshow is an amazing way to tell everyone who lives here, if they've been here 3 days or 3 decades, that we're all in this same place at time, that this is a way of telling us that we are a community. No matter what our individual beliefs, we're a community, that we know that when emergencies happen, everyone steps together. We hope that this is a way for people to come together and share what their Spencer is, and it's for everyone to be involved.
And Mary, could you talk just a little bit about what the process is? We know that it is going to be on Sunday, April 3rd, which is, and it's going to be from 10 to 3, and it's going to be in Town Hall. Could you just talk about a little bit about the process? People come and...
Actually, I think I'll have Carolyn speak more specifically to that, but I will, just because we do want to put the word out to people that this truly is the best way this can happen is if it's truly a community event. If everyone knows that they are welcome, and they can come to visit. There's going to be, as Carolyn will explain, it's going to be a very interesting day, I think a lot of fun for people. Specifically, what we're looking for is for people to start thinking about their own family or institutional photographs, things that they would like to have a snapshot of, things that they want to represent. We are actively looking for volunteers to work on that day. We will be training for specific tasks that day, and we're also asking everyone to talk to your neighbor, tell everyone about this. Let's have Spencer get the largest attendance it can at this event. So I think that's what it's about.
So Carolyn, since you've done this before, I guess you are the one to explain how it works and what it is.
Sure, yeah. I like to reiterate that everybody is welcome. It's a free and public event running from 10 to 3. It doesn't take 5 hours, however. It takes maybe about 30 to 60 minutes to come to the roadshow and share your materials. You can come anytime in that window. And what to expect from when you come is that contributors will be guided through a series of stations where they'll have an opportunity to choose photographs and record stories about them, descriptions about the photographs and why they're important to them. And then they'll have an opportunity to have those photographs scanned or copied digitally so that we can add them to the online collection. Everybody's personal treasures stay with them at every time, all the time throughout the roadshow, and then you would go away from the roadshow with your own materials. Also, once you've had a chance to share your photographs, there will be an opportunity to record a video of yourself or have a video interview done where you could share the story behind your photographs on camera. So there's also an opportunity to just sit for a video if you don't have any photographs and you just want to share your story with our videographer. You're welcome to do so. We'll take snapshot photographs, which we call keepsakes. These are photographs of individuals with their photographs, and we print out a copy of that for people to bring home as a souvenir of the day. And we add that photograph also to our collection to document who comes to the event and shares the stories. On hand, we'll also have some professional archivists who will be available to answer questions about how best to take care of your precious family photos and scrapbooks and other documents. And Mary and the local planning team are organizing also a local history table where people will have opportunity to learn about Spencer's history, consult with experts on perhaps dating a photograph or identifying a location. It'll also be a chance there to learn about how you might want to investigate your own history of your property or history of your family and learn more about how you can learn more about the history of the community. It really it's really fun event. We project copies of the images that are being scanned onto the wall. So it's an opportunity for sharing. Sharing your own story, but also seeing what stories others are thinking about and seeing what's important, and perhaps making some new discoveries about a community that you think you know, but you may not know as well as you thought you did.
And it's not only photographs. It can also be some other artifacts or documents that can be scanned. So paper-based items.
Yeah, good question. So we're prepared. We bring scanners, so we're prepared to focus on photographs and two-dimensional documents. Photographs that are very large, we can take a photograph of them at our keepsake station and do the best we can to add that to the collection. But mostly what we're looking for are photographs that are unframed, that are in their original format, and that are the original prints. But we also would take like thumb drive and CD versions of digital photographs that we can copy off and add to the collection as well. We even can take cell phone photographs, copies that day, and add them to the collection. So we'll take them in all formats. And then in terms of photographs that we're looking at, looking for, it's really up to all of you. It's up to anyone who comes to share what's important to them. And it could be family photographs of events, weddings, birthdays, that kind of thing. It could be very, very recent photographs of something that's happened in your life that you really know you want to preserve.
And I think to sort of give us an example, Mary has brought a few samples from her very rich family history in Spencer, which goes back more than a couple of years.
It actually does.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm actually faced with the same thing that everyone else is out there if you're trying to decide what is it I bring, what do I want to say about Spencer, and some of this may be very personal, and that's fine. This is a snapshot. This is who all of you are and who all of us are. But I actually am the oldest of 6 in my family, and I'm the keeper of the archives, as it were. And so I have a very rich and varied collection, which I have to say I think is going to be my retirement project to get it in order. But in the process of thinking about this, I started going through everything that we have. And of course, like everyone else, we have cell phone pictures. We have a huge color slide collection because my father was quite a photographer. We have all kinds of deeds and documents. And then I've just shown a few of the things here that we have. This is from the late, from about 1920. This is of a great uncle who passed away. And someone made a little memorial booklet with the pictures. They're wonderful pictures. They really tell the story of how it was at that time. And then we have, and as you can see, this is not the perfect way. You will find out at the roadshow how to preserve photos, but this is the kind of thing most of us are presented with, these scrapbooks full of photos, these envelopes full of store photos. So I thought, well, what is it I want to think about for my family? We recently lost my mom around Christmas, and so I think my siblings and I are probably going to bring things that will remind us of her. But one of the other things that was important to my family and important to my mom was the fact that we had one of the earliest farms in Spencer. We're Wire Village folk and had a farm there. I, for instance, have this is from a glass plate negative about turn of the century. My mom always told wonderful stories about how these how lovely that building was, how much fun they have there, hiding in the attic, and about all of the fun they had. I grew up in sort of the farming community of Spencer, and I think Spencer has done an amazing job of preserving that rich history through some of the things we've done. Well, I was looking at what do I have about the farm story I tell, and another part of it is just the fact that it was an active dairy farm, which Spencer has very or none of now. But I have favorite photos, like of my Uncle Fred with one of the calves. And if you grow up in farms, you probably are familiar with this. There was a record of all of the best of the calves, the bulls, and this is a flat document. It's not a photograph. But this has the names of the cows that my uncle had, my great uncle, and you'll see the names Nancy and Debbie and Rose and Nancy. Those are all of the aunts, and my name as well, the aunts, the grandchildren. A not-so-favorite aunt might be the cow that was the most obstreperous and hard to manage. So these are the kinds of things that I started thinking, this is the history. This is where generations of us had our wedding breakfasts and had Thanksgiving. So that's an idea of how I'm trying to think about some of these things that we have. I'm not done yet, and I hope part of this process is that you look into your own history or look at your own phone, whatever it is, and say, gee, I hadn't thought about this as a narrative. I hadn't thought that we have a story to tell. Everybody has a story to tell, and that's what we want to do with this.
And we certainly want to encourage everyone to come to Town Hall on the 3rd of April, Sunday the 3rd of April, between 10 and 3. In the meantime, however, let's give some contact information. First of all, the Mass Memories Roadshow has a website so that you can go to that and look at some things that many of the other cities and towns have done and the kinds of artifacts that have been shared, which are quite amazing. And so, Carolyn, perhaps you could give us that.
Right, I'll give it again. openarchives.umb.edu. That is the online platform for our digital collection. And you can scroll down and look for the Mass Memories Roadshow collection. You'll see their images that were collected in up to about 3 dozen communities in Massachusetts so far, ranging from Martha's Vineyard to Provincetown to Lexington and Stoughton. And you can use a search engine there to put in your favorite topic or maybe some family names that you know, anything that you're interested in. And see what we have collected on that topic among the 8,000 photographs and stories that we've collected over the past 12 years. So I invite you again to go to openarchives.umb.edu and have a look.
Thank you. And Mary, can you talk about the local connection? How do we, if we're interested in this, who do we contact?
Sure. Actually, you can contact me or the committee through the library. So you can go to the library website, which is www.richardsugdenlibrary.org. You can Google Richard Sugden Library. I assure you we're the first one that shows up. Also, if you go to that page, you will find that we've opened up a Facebook page particularly for this project. And our aim is every day this month to put up a new picture to encourage you to think about or to comment on those pictures. Certainly beyond the roadshow, we hope to keep that this alive, this kind of documentation alive. But certainly if you contact us, and also if you want to just call the library, 508-885-7513. I am annoyingly happy to talk to you about all of this that's going on. I welcome anyone, or just stop by the library. Let us know you want to be involved.
And you will see posters around town,
Yes.
wanted posters around town, reminding you of this event. And we will also have the information on the Spencer Cable Access website as well, so that you'll be able to get the information if you need to remind yourselves of it. Well, ladies, thank you so much. Did either of you have a final comment?
Just that we're very excited to be bringing the UMass Boston team and our volunteer roadies from throughout the Commonwealth to support this event and to bring about a very successful Spencer Mass Memories Roadshow.
Excellent.
And I want to thank Carolyn and all of her roadies for venturing so far west of Boston out into the wilderness. I do really appreciate the expertise, the enthusiasm, and just the value of the project they've been working so hard on. And again, I'm going to just say, we really want the stories. If you worked at Clevens, if you were in the fire department, if you were in an organization, we really want to see everybody who has something to share to come out and enjoy this day.
And we look forward to seeing everyone in town at Town Hall with their 3 artifacts on Sunday, April 3rd, 2016. Thank you very much.